Hi traders, thanks for joining again this week. This is Keshav Banot from Surplus Forex with weekly analysis and forecast. As always, I'll start with USD Index and build from there for each pair, including Crude Oil and Gold. Once again, I'll also describe my entries, stop losses, and take profit for each trade I take. We'll run through what I call as USD Bucket and pairs listed here. The trading plan as uses finding and highlighting trends and support resistance levels on daily time frame and 4-hour time frame. I'll mark entries, stop losses, take profit targets at 4-hour chart. Make sure you make entries only upon confirmation after completion of the candle that crosses either support and resistance and our trend line where possible, keeping risk reward at ratio 1:2. This means when you cross first target by 20%, then move your stop loss to 1:1 and then wait for the second target for 1:2 reward. If the price does not move ahead by 20% in next 4-hour candle, then get out of the trade with 1:1 reward. Enter with confidence, do not fiddle with the trade, and also to improve yourself, always track your performance. So let's start and see what we expect for the week ahead to unfold for us. Alright, let's start with our Surplus Forex weekly forecast for April 06 to April 10, 2020. Going on to the first one for USD Index. As we see, the past weeks been pretty volatile and we're waiting on NFP as NFP for US was released. We had a loss of it skyrocketed about 6.5 million job loss. Claims were filed out. Total job loss reported for the past month was 700k. ISM manufacturing PMI was it did go down 43.8 in April. That's the worst figure in a couple of years from the past. So all in all, the US news was negative, but USD was shining and it went above, maybe because of that it had all the news for the job loss was already known to all the corporate and the industries. So I guess that's one reason that it did not affect. NFP data did not affect much, but overall as of now it's rising and currently sitting at 100.68. I expect it still to go further. It's still strong. For on a 4-hour chart, let's see how it's how I'm taking. So the pivotal point for me is 101.13 and 185 is the pivotal point here for me for USD Index. So any rise further, I'll take 101 as an entry and going first target at 101.66, second target 102.47. I'm open on both ways on this as well. As I said earlier, so I'll take, if it falls below 99.5, then I'll take my entry. If it tests 99.16, I'll make my entry here 99.16 down to 98.40 and then second target at 97.66. So all in all, my bias for USD Index will be neutral to bullish for the upcoming week of April 6 to April 10. The next one is Euro USD on a 1 day on a daily time frame. We see that it's falling based on USD Index rising as US dollar was strong last week. So all the week it kept falling. It broke the uptrend line and it's sitting at 1.0805 as of now. I expect it to fall for the little bit more based on my bias for USD Index is neutral to bullish. So let's take on 4-hour chart. As I told you, I'm open both ways for these times when the market is very erratic. So USD, Euro USD for I see that it will further fall from here, and I'll make my entry at 1.0759 once it's test this this resistance here. Coming down 107.59. So currently it's formed a support here at 107.74. I'll take my entry at 107.59 and keeping my first target, keeping my target at 1.0672. But initially it might rise, and the euro might go up to the north. So any entry, any test above 1.0918, I'll make my entry at 1.0918, keeping my first target at 1.1 and my second target at 1.1126. For GBPUSD, it showed very similar characteristics. Last week it had GBP rise, but against USD, for both had a good quantitative easing for their currencies to stabilize the inflation, to stop the fall in the currency. So GBP and USD for the last whole week was hovering between 1.25 to 122 to 1.25. So as of now, currently sitting at 122.70. On a 4-hour chart, that's my take here. So it's about to fall. It's under EMA, and it's at 122.70. Anything below 122, I'll make my entry at 121.16, keeping my good first target at 118.80 and second target at 116.71. If it rises and if it tests 125, so I'll make my entry at 125.51, keeping my target at 127.28. The next week for US dollar and Canadian dollar. So on during April 6, April 10, past week, it showed a flag here, and as of now, so it's sitting at 142.04. It's the rising flag, so I expect it to go further. Might come down initially and then will go further. So let's see on 4-hour chart how I'm taking my entries here. So if it crosses this resistance of 143.50, so I'll take my entry at 143.91, keeping my first target at 145.06 and keeping my second target close to 146.26, right below 146.57, the past resistance. Initially I expect it to fall before rising, so if it falls and if it tests 141.21, I'll keep my entry at 141.21 and my first target at 140.26 and second target at 139.52. Here at 139.52. So I'm open both ways on USDCAD. I expect it to initially fall, but if it falls below 141, that will be my entry point here, and then certainly it's bound to rise, and if it's testing at 143.91, I'll make my entry here at 143.91. For USD Japanese, again the same thing. Last week pretty volatile. For USD Japanese, USD fell initially against the yen, but got pretty stable, broke the downtrend line. As of now, it's an uptrend, sitting close to 108.30, 108.50. So I expect it to rise further. I'm still open both ways. I'll show you my entries on 4-hour chart here. On a 4-hour chart, I'm making, if it goes above 109. I'm having my entry right at 109.07 and my first target at 109.84 and second target at 111.06. Japanese yen will be stronger next week as well based on the coming data, so it might fall down. The USD JPY might fall down, so if it crosses 106.93 then make the first test at 106.64. I'll make my entry at 106.64, keeping my target at 105.48 and second handsome target at 104.45. So let's be open both ways for the upcoming week for a US dollar Japanese yen. Alright traders, that's all from me for this week. You can get analysis, entries and exits on more pair at surplusforex.com. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please like, subscribe and share the video, and huge thanks to all the current participants who like, subscribe and share. For those who are new to Forex and now can get more information on trading Forex market from this book, I named it Forex Must-Haves, or by visiting website or surplusforex.com. I wish you all wonderful weekend and profitable trading in the week ahead, and see you next time.